Brett with Complete Trailers. Today we're taking a look at Diamond C's MDT, Medium Duty Dump Trailer. We're going to check that out right here. Medium Duty Dump Trailer is probably between the three stores. We're located in Keller, Texas. It's Fort Worth, basically, Denver, Colorado, and Oceanside, California. Oceanside, for those that don't know or are scared of California because it's California, is right between LA and San Diego. It's the normal part of California. Let me just say it that way. But it's probably, this medium duty dump trailer is probably more popular in California just because of the urban environment that people operate in here. So they come in a 10-12 foot length. They're not as wide, they're not as big as like the Diamond C LPT. So that's why it's really popular here. Our Texas store does way better with 10,000 pound axles, 16-foot gooseneck dump trailers. You know, that would be the bigger the better type thing in Texas. But here in California, we haven't done a video on the MDT, so we're going to take a look at this. And for the most part, it's mostly stock. But the important thing to know, except for the sides are 44 inches on this particular trailer. But the important thing to know about this trailer is we stock it with 6,000 pound axles. So what does that mean? 6,000 pound axles, 12,000 pound GVWR minus weight of trailer, I think this is about 3,500 pounds approximately, is your capacity. However, in California, for example, and Hawaii, and there might be one other state, if your GVWR of your trailer is over 10,000 pounds, so if it's 10,001 pound GVWR, gross vehicle weight rating, you will be required to have a CDL, commercial driver's license. So 6,000 pound axles times 2, which is 12,000 pounds, would technically be CDL. But Diamond C derates this down to 99.90. So you've got more capacity than what the sticker shows because the axles are larger. So you can technically haul more. Now, if you get scaled and you're over the weight rating of the trailer, there might be a ticket there. But it's important to know that there are 6,000 pound axles on this, even though it rates at 99.90. So I just wanted to explain that because there has been some confusion, questions about that from our customers. The front of the trailer, just a standard 12,000 pound jack. Most of the companies in this model or style of trailer, Big Tex PJ, load trail type thing, and I'm not even gonna talk about Texas Pride. That's the lowest quality. I don't even want to hear Texas Pride. Texas Pride is the lowest priced trailer in the country. And the only thing that I will say, quality goes hand in hand with price. You get what you pay for. I just want to say that again. Quality goes hand in hand with price. So there's only a few things that are added to this. Axles, tires, steel, powder coating in Diamond C's case. Where do they cut corners to get the pricing down? Is it materials? Yeah. Is it craftsmanship and quality? Absolutely. So it's something to keep in mind as you're looking at different brands. But most people come to us because Diamond C is the highest quality flatbed maker in the entire country right now. So they come to us because we are top 4 dealer, top 3 dealer with them in the entire country. And that's helped because we have 3 stores, right? But 12,000 pound jack, adjustable coupler, telescopic cylinder here. So this is really nice because most trailers have a scissor lift. A lot of companies are adopting the telescopic cylinder. This is what is going to be on all of your commercial dump truck or end dump commercial vehicles, which is a front telescopic cylinder. What you don't want, okay, so one step down from the telescopic is a scissor lift. That's a tried and true hoist system that's been around forever. But from there, the number 3 is a dual post cylinder. So you've seen that on dump trailers because there's 2 cylinders. So personally, if one of those cylinders fails and you're up in the air with the dump and one cylinder fails, the whole trailer is going to go over on the side. Personally, I would never opt for a dump trailer with a dual post cylinder. Even worse than that is a single post cylinder, which is a manual push from underneath the dump box and pushes the dump box up like this. So by far and away the best quality and biggest pushing cylinder that's out there is a telescopic on the front. There's obviously a battery, a tongue box here, 44-inch sides, and of course this really handy tarp kit that's on the front here. So this has been really a nice addition having this that's mounted here. You can also add additional side height on top of this as well. So the tarp kits are always, I believe, 20 feet long, even though it's a 12 or a 14-foot trailer, because it gives you additional length to take the tarp kit up and over the extended sides, if that makes sense. Now keep in mind, if your crew is hauling around this trailer and it's got extended sides on it, it's 44-inch sides, what do people mostly do? They load it right to the top, right? So if you load this to the top with sand or gravel, and there's different variations of that, if it's wet or not, dry, rock, obviously concrete, boulders, your capacity is going to be diminished, so you really have to keep an eye on what your use is. Most people that would do 44-inch sides would be contractors that are dealing with debris from refurbishing houses and tearing out. You got drywall, you've got a number of different materials in there, maybe some granite from a countertop. But if you're a sand and gravel guy, or you're dealing with boulders or concrete, you're probably going to want to step up to the LPT, thicker sides and that sort of thing. But this is an amazing trailer for people that are doing just traditional construction with houses. So standard trailer here, again, it's a 6-bolt tire and wheel, radial tires. This bar here is for the tarp kit, so you can actually strap down to it. There's stake pockets. You'll really notice a big difference between this trailer and others with these gussets here. So if you compare this, you look at any of the other Texas brands, I won't even mention them anymore, but these big gussets are just massive on how this body is put together. So it's just incrementally, there are little things here and there. It's just a little bit better here, a little bit better there. You add it all up and it's a lot better in a number of different ways. So that's one thing to keep in mind with dump trailers. I do have people that are starting a business. They want to keep costs down, so they go and buy the cheapest priced trailers out there. There are some California built dump trailers, and all they do is they just take some steel diamond plate, they put some posts on it, they weld it all together, and it's a single or dual post push. And in fact, a contractor at my house was buying, or had one of those. I'm like, what is this thing doing in front of my house? And why haven't you not bought a dump trailer from me? Of course, I brought a trailer home, showed him, and what did he do? He bought one of these trailers here, right here. Because if you're using this thing for work, and you rely on your equipment, and you're driving, and this is the funny thing, you're driving a $100,000 pickup truck, and you've got the cheapest trailer behind you. What are we doing here? You know what I mean? This is a tool you rely on every single day. So don't take my word for it. It's just, these are things over years and years of doing this, what I've seen time and time again, that kind of frustrate me. It's like, you've got to invest the money into good quality equipment because you don't want to have problems with it. You don't want it to break. As we open up these barn doors, you can load a smaller skid steer. And what's really nice is they've got a system now at Diamond C where this automatically keeps the door open. So one thing we'll see a lot of times is this customer will come in and say, hey, this hinge is bent. And we already know what happened. So what happened is they didn't keep the doors open, or they didn't keep them all the way open. They left them like this, raised the dump trailer up, and these doors dug into the ground. And what happens is you bend your hinge up here. Happens pretty often, actually. And if it were my trailer, I'd probably do the same thing at some point. But when you open these up, it keeps the door open, so that won't happen. So you just fold it open. There's ramps underneath here, D-rings inside the trailer so that you can load and strap down, a Bobcat or a small Mini X or something like that would be very common on what people would put on the inside of here. LED lights all around. These are powder coated, not painted. Now, I will tell you, there's good paint and bad paint. There's good powder coat, bad powder coat. It all depends on the prep. And Diamond C's really perfected their powder coating process, so we do see really, really good quality. Do we come across a trailer every now and then that it could be a little bit better? Absolutely. It's manufacturing. These are hand built. We do come across things. We let Diamond C know they're very receptive. They're really, really good about warranty and response. And by the way, we do have service ability at all 3 of our stores. So that's going to be really important too, that if you buy a trailer and you take it to another dealer that sells the same product, let's say you bought a Diamond C out of state and you came over here to service it, we're going to service it because we want to develop that relationship with you. But not all dealers will. They will only service what they sold to customers. They won't service anything else that wasn't bought by them. Do I think that's a short way of looking at things and the wrong way, absolutely. We would never operate like that because we're here for the relationship with the customers. But not all dealers think the same way, so to each his own, you know. But just be aware of that if you buy a trailer somewhere else, the serviceability, there are things that do happen from time to time, and how are they going to handle it, and where are they located? Are they in Nevada and I'm in Southern California? What is that going to look like? You know, how can you fix your stuff? A lot of people with that have these trailers are capable and able to do their own work. I get it, but not everybody is. So outside of that, spare tire mount, we do sell spares. These sides, I will tell you, are optional. So the standard height, I think, is only 12 or 18 inches tall. We stock it with various sizes. So if you see this video attached to photos of a trailer that might be different color or different side height or might have something different on it, it's only because we're showing you the representation of what this trailer is for this model. So we're not trying to pull one over on you and say that we're showing you a video with 44-inch sides, but the photos are only 18-inch sides. We're just trying to show you the overall quality and the build of this, and then we'll use that for marketing on all of our sizes, because there's so many different variations. There's length, there's obviously there's width, there's side heights, there's colors, there's hydraulic jacks and manual jacks, there's a number of solar panels, there's a number of different things. So now if you like what you're seeing here, like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for more of this type of content to come soon.